Someone is sending you a gift wrapped in guilt. Do not accept it without divine permission. Archangel Michael says, "A shadow has moved across your path and left behind something that glitters, but it is not gold, and it is not pure. This thing appears beautiful, enticing, and full of false sentiment, yet within it hides a deeply entangled trap, covered in guilt and sealed in manipulation. You are about to be handed something that looks like a blessing, but smells like regret. A person from your past is circling you again, not to reconnect from love, but to soothe their own shame and rewrite history in their favor. They carry something in their hand, a token, an offering, a surprise, but the energy around it trembles with a quiet heaviness. It's not just a gift, it's a confession masked with ribbon and lies. You will receive a call, a message, or even a physical delivery very soon. It will seem generous, but what they are truly doing is buying their way out of responsibility and hoping you unwrap forgiveness without knowing the full truth. Do not be deceived by appearances. The object you are about to receive carries emotions that were never addressed, mistakes that were never spoken of, and intentions that were never pure. Behind every ribbon lies a wound they don't want to discuss. The one who is sending it feels the pressure of karma pulling closer. Their hands are not clean, but they think if they give you something nice, the stain will wash away. It will not. Archangel Michael says, there is a moment now where your discernment must be sharper than ever. Because this gift, no matter how expensive, thoughtful, or timely it may seem, carries the burden of their guilt, not the healing of your soul. If you accept it blindly, you might bind yourself to a situation you were finally free from. The wrapping paper glistens, the scent is familiar, but your spirit shivers when it comes close. That's not imagination. That's divine intuition. Something's off, and that's the warning. If your hands tremble while unwrapping what they give, that's not from excitement. It's your higher self hesitating. The package might contain more than you ever expected, something unseen, something binding. They do not want reconciliation, they want relief. This is about their emotional release, not your restoration. Their soul feels trapped by what they did, and instead of asking for forgiveness truthfully, they are hoping this gift will erase it. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They want you to smile, to say thank you, to accept their offering, so they can sleep better. But you will not be the cushion for their guilt. You are not the resting place for unspoken apologies wrapped in velvet. You must pause before you open it. Hold it to your chest and feel the vibration. Does it lift you? Or does it drain you? Their message will be something like, I thought of you, or, this reminded me of us, or worse, I hope this makes things better. But better for who? You already did the healing. You already walked away. If you open it without discernment, you may unknowingly open the door to them again. And what comes with them is not peace. It is the return of confusion, emotional debt, and spiritual chaos. Your angels have been guarding you from this cycle. They want to break it completely. And they know that this act, this false generosity, is a final attempt to loop you back into the storm. The gift is not innocent. It carries weight. And the one who sends it, though smiling, knows exactly what they are doing. Type Amen to get blessing 144. Their guilt was never about hurting you. It was about getting caught. And now, instead of changing, they are covering it up with kindness. But real love does not come wrapped in pressure. The energy around this gift is thick. It smells like regret but tries to mask itself with perfume. It feels like peace but has the texture of unease. You have already been through enough. Don't fall for softness that is just a disguise for control. Don't step back into the storm just because the rain now carries roses. Archangel Michael says, stand strong in your spirit. Let your discernment speak before your politeness does. Do not receive anything into your life that your soul rejects in silence. Your ancestors whisper caution. Your heart beats faster when you think of them because deep down, your spirit remembers the pain they caused. This gift is not to heal you. It's to haunt you again, gently. If you unwrap it without spiritual permission, you may find yourself entangled again, questioning everything. You don't owe them your attention. You don't owe them your forgiveness. They didn't show up to fix the bridge. They came to paint over the cracks. And a painted bridge still breaks when the weight is too much. Type Amen to get blessing 797. Your peace was hard-earned. You fought to find light again. And now someone wants to trade you their darkness dressed in glitter. Even if the gift is beautiful, even if it's something you've always wanted, ask your spirit, is this from love or guilt? Because guilt always expects something in return. You are not a vault where people hide their shame. You are not a storage room for people's unresolved chapters. If they want peace, they must first speak the truth, not just send tokens. You might even be tempted to feel sorry for them. They might say they're lost without you, they miss you, or that they never stop thinking of you. But think carefully, have they truly changed, or are they just shifting the burden? Comment below if you feel this message tugging at your chest. Your blessings are multiplying behind the scenes. And just when the enemy saw you rising, they rushed to remind you of the past. But what they don't understand is, you're not in that timeline anymore. If you allow this gift into your heart, you allow the weight that comes with it. And guilt energy does not nurture, it drains. You deserve better. Type Amen to get blessing 252. They thought they could buy back your spirit. They thought they could silence the truth with a well-wrapped package. But no box is big enough to bury the truth. You must choose now, freedom or sentiment, truth or convenience, peace or polite acceptance. Do not fear rejecting the gift. What you are truly rejecting is recycled pain. You are choosing your growth, your healing, your divine alignment. This gift is not an invitation, it is a trick, a loop, a way to make you carry what they refuse to carry any longer. They'll say, this is for closure. But closure never needed a ribbon. It needed honesty. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Every time you tried to speak, they silenced you. Every time you cried, they vanished. And now they come with smiles and packages as if they can reverse what they ignored. But God sees all. Heaven has already closed that chapter. Do not reopen the pages just because someone slid in a bookmark. Archangel Michael says, if you feel heaviness before even touching it, walk away. You don't need to explain. You don't need to react. Let them carry their own shame. Let them sit in their own silence. You are no longer the one who carries everyone else's storms. Stay rooted in peace. You earned it. And no gift is worth the cost of your divine protection. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You've come too far to be emotionally tricked again. Their gift is not an apology, it's a cover-up. It's a bandage slapped over wounds that they refuse to take responsibility for. What they're hoping is that you're still the same person they manipulated before. But you've grown. You no longer crave attention that costs your soul. Your heart knows when something isn't pure. And the moment you hold that gift, your body will remember the pain. That's not just memory. That spiritual discernment screaming from within. Even the way it's delivered will feel strange. Maybe it comes through a friend, a relative, or a courier who doesn't know the backstory. But the object will carry the energy of everything they never said to you. Comment if your spirit already knows this gift is not meant to heal. This is how cycles restart. Through doors we don't realize we've left open. Through memories we think we've buried, but they come alive the moment we receive something from the person who buried them. Type Amen to get blessing 616. Don't allow your kindness to be the reason for your setback. You can be compassionate without accepting everything. You can be forgiving without saying yes to chaos. You are divinely protected now. Every force in the unseen realm is working overtime to shield you from returning to what broke you. That's why the warning comes now. They feel you slipping out of their grip, so they send something physical to bind you again. But you are no longer chained to guilt, neither yours, nor anyone else's. Archangel Michael says, this is a spiritual test disguised as a sweet gesture. If you fail to listen to your inner voice, you may step back into sorrow masked as reunion. You've cried enough tears for that storyline. This gift is not just a thing, it's a doorway. And doors swing both ways, in and out. If you open this one, they will come flooding back, not in healing, but in heaviness. Let your no be your armor. Let your silence be your sword. You don't need to explain why you re-choosing peace. Type Amen to get blessing 404. They want your forgiveness, but without confrontation. They want your grace, but without truth. This is not how healing works. Healing is raw. It's accountability. It's showing up, not showing off with meaningless items. The object they send might glitter in the light, but your soul will sense the shadows hiding in the corners. If your energy dips after touching it, that's your sign. You've built yourself up from ashes. You climbed mountains emotionally just to smile again. Don't let someone's guilt drag you back into the fire. The gift is not a symbol of love. It's a transaction they've imagined. But you don't trade your peace anymore. You don't owe anyone your vulnerability, especially those who threw it away when they had it. You don't need guilt money. You need freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 550. And freedom doesn't come in a box. It comes in walking away. It comes in shutting the door no matter how many times they knock. The angels above are watching this moment closely. They see your heart. And they know how many times you forgave without being asked. But this time, it must be different. Because you're no longer desperate for closure. You are whole. They are hoping to tie strings back to you with one gesture. But you see the strings now. And you're no longer dancing like a puppet in someone else's emotional theater. They want to put you in a box with a bow, just like the gift they send. But your spirit was not born to be wrapped up and delivered to pain. They hope you'll see the gift and forget what they did. But your memory doesn't need to hold resentment to remember patterns. Comment, "I am free," if this resonates with your healing. Type Amen to get blessing 212. You deserve real apologies. Spoken with humility. Not sent through expensive packaging with shallow meaning. When you receive this package, don't rush. Sit with it. Look at it. Ask your higher self, what do I really feel? If peace does not flood you, walk away. You've outgrown emotional manipulation disguised as generosity. They only learned performance, not transformation. They are performing for your grace, hoping to receive a reaction. But you're not the same audience anymore. Archangel Michael says this was the final thread they thought would bring you back. But heaven has already closed that chapter. And your name has been written in a new book of destiny. Let their gift remain unopened if it means your heart stays safe. Let their intentions remain unanswered if it means your soul stays clean. You are not cold, you are wise. You are not unkind, you are discerning. You are not bitter, you are just no longer blind. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Even if others pressure you to accept it, remember, only your soul will carry what that gift truly contains. You must protect yourself first, not satisfy others' opinions. If this gift was truly from love, it wouldn't come with spiritual hesitation. It wouldn't make your spirit pause. It wouldn't demand your healing in return. You are not a rehabilitation center for broken promises. You are a temple of resilience, grace, and fire. Anyone entering now must be pure. Your silence is not punishment. It is divine preservation. You're not pushing them away. You're choosing not to invite their old energy back. Even if they cry. Even if they beg, even if they say, "This is from the heart," your spirit knows the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 911. The truth isn't always in what people say. It's in the energy they carry. And their energy is not of peace, it is of guilt. Don't feel bad for not opening it. Don't feel guilty for returning it. You're not rejecting kindness. You're rejecting manipulation dressed in kindness. If you accept it, it may bind you. But if you return it, you reclaim your power. And your power is sacred. This is not just about a gift, it's about a spiritual contract. And you're being called to tear it before it gets sealed. Archangel Michael says, you were never meant to receive what carries guilt as currency. Let them keep it. Let them face what they fear. You are being elevated. And with elevation comes temptation, temptation to revisit what felt familiar. But familiar is not the same as safe. You are no longer trapped in old timelines. What once bound you in emotion no longer has permission to dictate your peace. That gift is not a blessing. It's a chain carved to look like kindness. It may come with a letter. Words meant to stir nostalgia. But even words have energy, and these were not written to free you, only to confuse you. You are being guided away from this cycle. Heaven has blocked many attacks from this soul before. This final gesture is their desperate attempt to spiritually hook you one last time. Type Amen to get blessing 474. Comment if your spirit has already felt something heavy trying to return. You may be tempted to think this time is different, that perhaps they've changed. But if they had, they would have shown up with truth, not trinkets. Do not chase closure. Do not unwrap trauma. Do not relive what your angels fought to remove you from. You are not a museum for memories. You are not a shelf where people place regret to forget it exists. You are divine, and this test is here to prove that you are awake. This is not about holding grudges. This is about knowing what returns to you must match your vibration. Anything lower must fall away, no matter how much glitter it carries. That's why this message came to you. The timing is not coincidence. Spirit is urging you, do not accept. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You may feel lonely at times, and this gift may arrive when your defenses are low. But remember, the divine always sends warnings when your future is about to be tested. This is your moment to affirm your new self. You've cried enough over broken cycles. You've done your part. Let this be your final silence. Let this be your divine boundary. Not everything wrapped with care comes from love. The moment you return that gift, physically or energetically, you break the final tie. You'll feel it. A shift, a lifting, a power rush back into your body. And the one who sent it? They'll feel it too. Not because you punished them, but because they can no longer reach you. Your energy has evolved beyond their grasp. Archangel Michael says, "Not all things delivered are to be received. Some arrive only to test your gates. You must decide what passes through." Type Amen to get blessing 1313. They may watch your reaction. They may even linger. But you do not owe a performance. You owe yourself peace. If you must respond, respond with silence. That is louder than any thank you said under pressure. That is protection. Your destiny is too large, too bright, too sacred to be tied to guilt gifts. You've released yourself already. Don't slip your wrist back into the cuffs just because they're gold-plated. You are entering a chapter where only truth belongs. And truth does not need to be wrapped. It is loud, pure, and arrives with no hidden weight. This gift is not truth. It's strategy. It's survival masquerading as sentiment. Comment, "I choose freedom," if your spirit is saying yes to this message. Type Amen to get blessing 303. The person sending it doesn't know who you've become. They're addressing the old version of you. But that version is no longer here. That version used to feel flattered. Now you feel firm. That version used to feel guilt. Now you feel God. They're not ready for the silence you'll offer. They're not ready for the boundary you won't explain. And they'll be forced to sit with what they never faced. You were never supposed to be the healer of someone who only sees you as a sponge for their shame. That's not love. That's spiritual robbery. Now you're being asked to deny the entry of energy cloaked as favor. The test is quiet. The test is wrapped. But you are louder than the silence it carries. Type Amen to get blessing 838. This is your final gate. This is your sign. This is your no. If you receive it, you risk rewiring every healing thread you've stitched into yourself. But if you reject it, you unlock something far greater. There is something coming for you, a real gift, divine, pure, and sent with no guilt attached. And it cannot arrive until this counterfeit offering is turned away. Heaven doesn't bless confusion. Heaven sends clarity. And this gift isn't clarity, it's a disguise. So take a breath, watch how it arrives, and listen to your body's whisper. You'll know the truth by the way it feels, not by the way it's wrapped. And your truth is far louder than their guilt. This message is complete. If it reached your soul, protect your peace. Do not accept what God did not assign. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They will feel the weight of your silence. Not because you were cruel, but because you finally chose yourself. What they feared the most was that you would evolve, without them. When they handed you pain, they expected you to crumble. When they vanished without closure, they thought you would chase. But now, your silence is the loudest answer. The gift is a decoy. A final card played by someone who knows they've already lost access. It's not an offering, it's an apology they're too weak to speak aloud. And if you open it, their energy finds a way back in. Even if you pretend it means nothing, the universe knows your heart. It sees what you allow, and it records what you tolerate. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Comment, no more guilt, if your soul has already rejected it. This is not just spiritual advice. This is a divine intervention. A celestial message meant to block a recycling of pain that would have spiraled if you opened your heart to it again. You are not the person who begged to be seen. You are not the soul who used to lower your standards for breadcrumbs. That version of you died in the fire they left you in. The one who comes bearing gifts should have come with truth. But instead of owning their wrongs, they've packaged it with guilt and expect you to smile. But this is not a time to smile. It's a time to stand up. It's a time to protect the sacred space you've rebuilt with trembling hands and a healing heart. You are not ungrateful. You are awake. And being awake means you see through plastic intentions. Type Amen to get blessing 1221. They are hoping the packaging will distract you. That the emotion will flood your logic. That the past will blind your future. But you now walk with angels. You are not tempted by sentimental poison. You are anchored in purpose. Let them call you distant. Let them call you cold. Let them whisper that you've changed. Because you have. And your transformation cannot fit in the box they're sending. You will notice, after you refuse it, that a breakthrough arrives. Something you've been waiting for. Something divine. Because the moment you shut the door on guilt, heaven opens a door to grace. Type Amen to get blessing 3033. They may try again. Maybe once. Maybe twice. But the louder your silence, the stronger your protection. Your boundary is not rejection. It is sacred communication with the divine. Saying, I trust you more than I trust my emotions. You are not here to make others comfortable at the cost of your own soul. That season ended. Now, you step into reward. Into justice. Into restoration that doesn't demand a return to people who never valued you. If the gift came from truth, you would have felt peace. But you didn't. And that's all the confirmation you need. You are not here to unpack anyone's regret. Let them carry it. Let them face what they tried to avoid. Let them sit in the silence they created when they chose to disappear, betray, or manipulate. Let them remember that you didn't slam the door, you simply stopped opening it. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. The heavens are proud of you. Archangel Michael stands tall beside you in this choice. Because refusing what looks good, but feels heavy, is spiritual maturity. This gift may be physical, but its energy is emotional debt. You are not a vault for others to store what they can't process. This is not your cross to carry. This is your freedom to claim. You owe no explanation. Not to them. Not to anyone. If someone asks you why you returned it, just say, "It didn't belong to me." Because it never did. That guilt was not yours. That closure was never your job. That apology, though overdue, does not come gift-wrapped. It comes through change. And change is not what they've shown. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. You are not alone in this. Others have accepted similar gifts and fallen back into storms they fought to escape. But you? You are the chain breaker. You are the generational interruption. This cycle ends with you. Your discernment will irritate those who used to benefit from your naivety. But keep choosing peace. Keep choosing light. Keep choosing God. There is a moment coming, soon after this rejection, where everything clicks. Where a major blessing flows in that was being delayed by this energetic test. Because the universe cannot reward you when your hands are full of spiritual weight that doesn't belong to you. Clear your space. Clear your energy. Reject what looks holy but carries hidden harm. Comment, "I release it all," if your soul feels free already. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. The next gift you receive will be different. It will carry no strings. It will hold no shame. It will come from God, not guilt. It may not be shiny. It may not be loud. But it will feel like peace wrapped in divine love. It will not ask you to bleed in silence or pretend joy in sorrow. It will not ask you to lower your light just to make someone else feel forgiven. You are allowed to be cautious. You are allowed to protect your energy. You are allowed to return what was never meant for you. They may never understand. That's okay. It's not your job to teach them. It's your job to trust what heaven is showing you now. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. This message was meant for your soul. Because somewhere right now, someone is preparing to send you something wrapped with a smile, but forged in guilt. This time, you won't fall for it. This time, you won't open the door. This time, you are guarded by wisdom, crowned with discernment, and blessed by heaven's approval. Let the box remain sealed. Let your heart remain protected. And let the next chapter of your life remain unbothered by ghosts carrying glitter. You are free now. And nothing disguised as generosity will ever control you again. This was your divine message. Protect your energy. You are chosen. You are rising. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.